Higher than a 10.
Here, let me roll my 20.
Wow.
Kenny, what did you roll?
15.
Okay. Anybody else?
I think we're
Just
on
Kenny.
as well.
18, it looks like.
Oh, there we
18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Schmeichel.
Schmoink's got an 18. For the people that rolled under a 10, what did you guys get?
2.
8.
Zerlis got 2. Nice.
Natural 1.
Ted got an 8. And then what did Chris get?
I got a natty.
Natty light. Okay, so Cyrillus. The way this is gonna go is first I would like to just like start way back from the beginning, and just like maybe a couple deets about who Cyrillus was before you found out that your father had died, right?
Oh. No, did I find that out, or are you telling me that right now that I found that out?
No,
Oh,
you're
Magnus,
just
sorry.
refreshing us on who Cyrillus
Who-
was
Who the fuck are you?
before he reunited with his fellow dwarfen brothers.
Got it. Okay. So
Yeah, go for it.
So Cyrillus was your typical traveling bard. He went to college and pursued some arts, found his skills with his voice, and was kind of just traveling around making ends meet. Always really trying to live up to his adoptive father's expectations, who adopted him after he left the dwarfenage. Couldn't ever really do it. Over the last kind of year before the funeral, he had linked up with Schmoinkel in a town as they were traveling through, and that had kind of kept him away from trying to impress his dad for less often than he had been previous. But yeah, that's basically it. He was kind of figuring out his way through life, trying to impress his adoptive dad, and seeing what and who he could get into along the way.
Hell yeah. What do you think Cyrillus's like proudest moment was post funeral?
Post funeral?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh gosh. Proudest moment post funeral was probably walking onto the uncivil serpent and taking it over with
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Just walking on and saying, "This is my ship now," and having everyone just be like, "Yeah, that checks out."
Okay, and then last, say something shitty about Koth.
Oh god, that guy can't take a fucking joke.
All right, Koth, it's your turn. Give us a quick refresher on who the apostate is and what he had been up to prior to the funeral.
So Koth had been. It's gonna be so annoying to come back to this voice. Koth had been he is a former priest who had been quite devoted to the god Terror for a long period of time. Some things happened that caused him to fall out from his order. Also helped him discover some new powers that he had. And after losing his flock and his home and his job and his calling, he was fleeing and hiding for a while until he was brought into the Dwarfens and brought back together by this untimely death. Since coming back together, probably the thing that he's most proud of, but not in a way that he would admit it, but he's probably come a little bit more to peace, both in learning to trust these people, his siblings, and finally trusting somebody again, at least a little bit. But also a little bit that he's starting to move a little bit past some of his prior obsessions and is feels like he is starting to move his energies a little more constructively.
Yeah, definitely notice that after confronting your past in the form of Kashara, the devil who was the priest that you got vengeance on. So what is a low point for you post funeral?
I think I have a song for this, actually.
Probably
when
the point.
Schmoinkel got his arm back.
No,
When anything nice happens to
accidentally.
Schmoinkel.
No, it was the loss of Schmoinkel's arm was definitely a low point, for sure. It was not intended, but Koth did not come to regret it, maybe as quickly as he should have, but he now, looking back, feels great shame about it.
That's fair. Okay, Koth. Say something shitty about Ted.
There's such a fucking stick in the mud. Like, grow the fuck
Literally.
up. This is the real world. Sometimes we have to kill people. Like, ugh.
All right, Ted. Where you at? What were you doing before the funeral?
Yeah. So before the funeral, Ted was out in the wilderness, the place that he loves and adores the most. He famously, before he really stayed in the wilderness for a long time, was very, very drunk. He was very much a party guy after he left the orphanage, until while drunk, he nearly got killed by a bear. And since then, he has been a asexual vegetarian teetotaler, and he is he's not pacifistic. He knows that nature is never pacifistic, but he doesn't like to take life when he doesn't need to. And
Which is not that often, apparently.
That's what we're here for.
Taking many lives.
Yeah.
Cool. What is a high point for you post funeral?
I think the high point for Ted was probably actually in the last session when him and his horse, and I forgot, someone of you guys were on it, rode across the ocean with a levitation spell. So him and the flying horse is pretty fucking badass. If maybe not necessary.
It was necessary. Also, good thing it lasted as long as it did. We found that we did the calculations after you were halfway across the water. By the way, how far can this go?
The answer was just barely far enough.
Yeah, just enough.
Yeah.
Cool. Say something. Say something kind about Aerodine.
Something kind about Aerodine.
Oh, that's tough.
Aerodine fucks. That's one word to describe it. But he also
It is canon.
It's canon that he fucks. He shoots and he scores. That's what I gotta say about Aerodine. That's pretty much his personality, actually. Those three things.
He fucks, he shoots, he scores.
Shoots, he scores.
Wow, I'm flattered.
Shoots, he scores, he fucks. What order does it go in?
That order.
I think shoot, score, fuck actually is
Shoots, he fucks, he scores.
Definitely that order.
Yeah, you should have a coat of arms that says that.
And Latin though.
In Latin, yeah, absolutely. He fucks. All right, Aerodine.
So I'm on deck.
Pre-funeral life, yeah.
All right, so Aerodine, pre-funeral after he, wandered from the orphanage, he was also kind of on some Ted shit to begin with, so he was just like wandering the wilderness, the forests, that type of shit. But pretty soon after, he ran into a group of like-minded elves, some humans, mostly elves, just kind of chilling in the forest, and he thought, wow, these people are pretty normal. But it turned out that they were not normal. They were cultists who worshipped the way of the arrow. And so upon joining the cult, Aerodyne, got the name Aerodyne, a significant, important name in the community, as it were. And and unfortunately, Aerodyne, part of the cult's beliefs is to never use the bow and arrow for violence. But at a certain point at a nearby village, Aerodyne ran into some injustice that was going on, a damsel in distress. And he used his arrow to pierce the soul and heart of this ne'er-do-well.
Nice.
And so he was kicked out of the cult, and that's kind of what led him to this the funeral and this group and everything.
Cool. What do you think Aerodyne's proudest moment is, like, post funeral?
So there's two things. You might expect
Right.
yeah, you might expect one of them to be the fact that he, got laid by his longtime crush from the cult. But I would say that his proudest moment was not that. His proudest moment was winning the championship, the bow and arrow contest.
Yeah.
That's just
And
kind of the way he
You
rolls,
earned
yeah.
the keen eye mark of the great archer at that contest.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely a high point for Aerodyne.
Yeah. Speaking of Yartar, getting on stage at Yartar was also
Yeah.
one of Cyrilus's.
I was gonna say
moments.
that was badass.
You like headlined with Daft Monk. It was
And
insane.
Mythrolback. I
And
chatted
Mythrolback.
with both headliners.
That was pretty sick.
Panic at the festival.
Say, all right, Aerodyne. So say something kind about your brother, Schmoinks.
Moinkle has very pungent but aromatic flatulence. And I believe he would
It's a
appreciate
compliment
that.
of the highest order. To
Right.
Yeah, I'm
High
blushing.
All right, we saved the shortest for last. Schmoinkle.
Yeah, so my original backstory I had to scrap because the story didn't agree with it. But my biological parents were like chemists or alchemists. But growing up with the dwarfins, I was picked on a lot, and I had to smell their fart, or Schmoinkle had to smell their farts.
You did too.
Yeah, I smelled my farts too. So I eventually left home and spent most of my time traveling and training, learning how to fight with stealth weapons, learning how to scam people out of their hard-earned coin, how to loosen lips, and be a stealthy mongrel. He also stashed a sizable portion of treasure somewhere that he forgot while on a bender. Prior to the funeral, he just went with the flow, drifting from tavern to tavern and wench to wench, scamming and thieving. And I guess at some point he also met up with Cyrillus on a boat or a barge. Very little memory of that.
You had a guard's short sword to your throat, and you were about to talk your way into a long prison sentence, is where we ran back into each other.
Sure.
On a bender then.
Yeah,
On a
typical
bender.
And a couple other things. He learned how to grow mushrooms in his swamp ass, and one of the things that he likes to do is coat the tips of his arrows and his blades with his feces in order to give his enemies a long and painful death.
That's horrible.
So, yeah,
Wasn't he a pacifist too?
Charming guy.
he's a pacifist.
Wasn't he at one point?
I don't think
Like
so.
the first minute of the first combat.
He's like,
From pacifist to coating feces on your.
He did
There's
say
a-
he
there's
had
a
to
lot.
change some things because the story didn't agree with it.
he's like, all right. Oh, I have to get into fights.
What? Told this shit
Yeah.
on my arrows.
Like if you're gonna fight, go all the way, I guess.
Right.
Awesome, guys. So we have our brothers.
What was your proudest moment since the funeral?
Ooh.
Is that at
DM,
me?
do you want me to answer that,
to
DM?
you.
I
What
was
you're getting out of
as
this?
Sildar.
Just in the
I
story.
took a pretty good nap while the dwarfins beat up some guys in a dungeon, some cultists. It smelled like shit in that dungeon, but I still managed to take a pretty good nap. Actually, there was like sewer water. I was like basically up to my elbows in sewer water, but fell asleep. I woke up, my back hurt a little bit, but it was a good nap actually.
Now as the DM, which one's your favorite? Which one of us?
Who's your favorite dwarfin? Say it now.
Daddy.
That's our father. Who's your
Killed
favorite?
Magnus before the campaign exactly, so he didn't have to answer that question.
I'm not gonna say who my favorite is.
He definitely has one.
I have a clear favorite. If you don't know who it is, you're just not paying attention, and it's probably
It's
not
not
you.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm gonna talk about this in therapy, by the way.
Good to know. Good to know. So do you guys
So,
remember where we are
starting
now?
to and their therapist is just like, oh god.
Dude, yeah. After we thought you quit that after 5 months.
We were walking right up to the steps of Candlekeep because
Yeah.
Pop had just dismissed his zombie companion by sending the zombie running off the side of the cliff.
That zombie was trudging through some pretty heavy
For a
mud.
while.
It was storming.
Poor guy.
That zombie was not
Wait.
looking good.
Later, buddy.
Got you.
But you guys reach. You guys make your way along the Way of the Lion, and you arrive at Candlekeep by mid-afternoon. The afternoon sun sort of shines through the clouds to illuminate like these huge gray walls of like these spires. It's like a huge fortress. We've been sharing some photos of Candlekeep a few times, but you know it's this huge fortress with tons of spires right on the edge of a crag. It's majestically atop, you know, like this promontory overlooking the sea. You guys approach like a 50-foot tall wall and a gatehouse. And as you approach the gatehouse, you see 3 monks in purple robes. There's a human, there's like a dwarf with a shield, and an elf. And you notice, aside from their purple robes, they have like these holy symbols around their necks, and they have their hoods up, and one of the monks approaches you, or your caravan, and he goes, hello and welcome to Candlekeep. Do you seek admittance to the fabled library?
We do. I have some candles that sorely need protected and taken care of.
So a stab at humor, I see. If you do seek admittance, a gift is commonly required. You must donate a book or scroll that isn't already in the library's archives.
Ugh. Wish someone
Knowledge
told
for
us about
knowledge,
that.
as they might say.
Yeah. What do we got?
We're literally gatekeeping the library here.
Yeah, he's the guy at the gate.
Yeah.
Well, we got
Not a good look.
Flennis's spell book. We got a couple
Oh, we
spell
do
books
have-
from the Black Spider.
Right.
Yeah,
What
we
else?
do have.
What else we got?
Did we get everything we could out of those?
Um,
I'm gonna show him a gold coin and I say, how does this book look?
I start playing a song and I say, "How does this book look?"
The monk looks at the coin. He doesn't hold his hand out, and he looks at Cyrillus while he's singing. He goes, "I'm sorry, but those tomes can't be kept in the library, so I think it doesn't look that good to me."
You're
gonna-
lost, dude.
I use charm person on the whatever monk is like talking to us.
You see as you're casting charm person, you didn't notice this before, but as light starts to glow from the ground, there are runes written all over the floors where you're standing. It runs up to the gray walls of the gatehouse, and you feel like there is no magic emanating from your body as you're doing this.
So I don't successfully cast.
He just says, "I charm person."
So I don't use a spell slot, is what you're saying.
Wait, look at this. Look at this, guys. I have a rare book in my backpack, and I reach out and I pull out a rare book. I literally have it says rare book in my backpack. I honestly forget where it's from.
Oh, I know, okay, I know exactly what it is. So you, Aradine, you pull out this black covered tome, that, if you don't recall where it was from the Vanthemper Villa when you guys raided it.
Right,
Very
right,
important
right.
book.
And on the cover it says Apocalypto. And the elf monk grabs the book.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. We slap his hand.
No, I reach out and I grab the book as well. I'm like,
No,
we may have our options first.
We
Hold on. We haven't read this book yet.
The book, and we're like,
I haven't read it.
No, I don't have that book. I don't have that book. I have 10 rare books in my backpack. I think it's from a dungeon where we like just one of the things that we looted was like a bookshelf with rare books, and so I just put
rare
rare
books.
book on here. Does anybody
Okay.
else have this line on?
No.
We have.
I have a thing called documentation. It's for tax, building, and sewage documents. I don't think they want that.
Shit, I wish I kept better notes. It literally just
Cyrillus?
says rare book.
Oh no,
Only
Cyrillus found 3 books. One of them is red, another one is a personal rune, and the third is a scaly black reptile hide. I think that's the one.
That's the one.
That
we
one's
got.
Apocalypto. Cyrillus, do you
Alright.
have that one?
Yeah, let's huddle up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
let's
have
talk about this before.
Monks, please. We're gonna take stock of our books that we want to give to you.
We have a
You
fine
guys have
collection
too
of
many
books.
books.
Yeah.
We have these spell books from the Black Spider. I've read them before, and I don't know that there was much else that we 5 could use it for. So I'm happy to give these out, or one of them.
Sounds good to me. Black Spider books. They might have them still though.
Let's try one, and then we can try the other.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Maybe it's a first
I-
edition though.
I turn around and I fish around in my my bag of holding. I pull out a book. I go, this is an incredibly rare copy we have. Actually, I'm pretty sure this particular spell book has literally been to hell and back. Have it take a look.
Ooh. I would like to. Thank you. He snatches it from your hands and he flips through the pages, and you notice when he arrives at like one of the middle pages in the spell book, the holy symbol around his neck starts to glow, and he starts nodding. Oh, okay. And he passes it to his dwarf friend, and then he's like flipping through it, and then when he gets to like a certain page, his holy symbol starts to glow, and he's like, ah, ha, 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 yes. And then he passes it to the last monk friend, who does the same thing. Symbol glows
As I think they're
faintly.
getting off to it.
They're about
Do I
to
recognize what
And
the
a
symbols
little-
are?
Roll a religion check.
I hope my religion's good. 14.
You know the holy symbol as the symbol of Denir, the god of, I think, books. The god of
books and
writing.
shit.
He's the god of writing.
Am I able to use Mage Hand?
You could try.
Are these
I
using
try
spell
to.
slots when we're trying to use spells?
Mage Hand is a cantrip. I try to use Mage Hand to like just wave in midair.
Yeah. You're. This is like the. You see a spectral hand waving in the air.
Okay, cool. I did not use a spell slot for my charm person.
Is that how it works? We try and we don't have to use a spell slot?
No, that's not how it works. But I'll let you say that spell.
Well, I mean, if you didn't feel any magical energy, I
If
feel
you
like
if
wouldn't
you
have done
attempt,
it.
like, let's say you attempt to shoot someone with an arrow, it still takes an action, right? Like you do the stuff that tries to
Yeah, but
cast
if
the
I
magic.
somehow felt that I couldn't
No,
physically
but
Or-
shoot,
or
yeah, that's
or
like
if
someone
you get-
pushing back on the arrow.
here we are arguing with the DM. All right.
Anyway,
Like, no.
We
no.
love to do it. We love to do it.
so a strong gust of wind happens to push you guys off the ledge.
we were just
We were
Everyone's
just
dead.
talking about
we
this.
all died in the first 5 or 10 minutes of the campaign.
They're like the
we
monk
waited
is like,
5
you may
months."
enter Candlekeep, and then the ground collapses and everybody dies.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. That's what I said you were gonna say.
And then Sildar says, "I fucking hated those guys anyway." Fuck them.
Good fucking riddance. Of course they tried to cast magic at Candlekeep.
So if you want to roleplay as Sildar for the next 2.5 hours, that's fine
that
with
was the
us.
next thing.
I mean, we have shown that magic does work in Candlekeep, but just
Right.
not certain types. Okay. Cool. So you're waved in.
Where's the book at this time?
The human is holding the book.
In his hands?
Mhm.
Which hand? Both,
He's
both
holding
hands?
it in both hands, yeah, because he's flipping through the pages.
All right, I'm gonna keep an eye on him, like as we walk on by.
Okay, he's not moving. He's at the gatehouse.
As I say there, I get, excuse me, good sirs. We're looking for help. We happen to have found may have found a magical artifact that we would like looked at in particular and maybe help handling. Is there someone who's sort of in charge here that we might be able to speak to?
Yes. So there are a few archmages in charge. But there is one particular archmage who has been who has given us notice of your arrival. Silvira Savicus.
You knew who we were?
Archmage. Yeah, he gestures over to Fallister.
I was gonna say, yeah, we had that guy.
He sent word.
And you
Elvira
still
has-
required a book from us?
those are ancient rules of this ancient library. I'm sorry, but I'm not a rule breaker. You guys read the
Will we
books.
will
yeah,
we
we
be
can tell.
allowed back in the
Very
future?
nice.
Do we get re-entry, or do we need a new book every single time?
Are there ins and outs for this
Can we get
pod,
like a VIP
or
pass, maybe?
Do I need to get my hand stamped?
stamp me?
Yeah. I have this
Bracelet.
card. It's got 8 stamps, and it says once I get 9, I get a free entry.
A free ancient book.
Yeah, if you have your hole punch card, yeah, you 9th time you get in for free.
Is that really how it is? Hold on.
Yeah,
canon,
yeah.
yeah.
He hands you each a card with what, like, there's a hole punch and it's a book.
All
And
right,
there's like
inventory.
different mug faces for each like hole punch. that you get.
I'm
You guys
absolutely
keep
putting
this
that in my
place
inventory.
running. I'm supposed to give you a tome you don't have in this giant, expansive library every time I want to come here.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of knowledge. It's ever growing.
Yeah. The beauty is we're all authors too, so we can just write our own books.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, if
That's
it's not a shit book, I will take it.
All right, with me, no promises, bro. It's gonna be shit.
literally just pages covered in
Yeah.
feces.
Yeah.
Or at least about shit.
Yeah, and at that point, I just start walking into the library. Come, Phallus, let us go find your boss.
Cool. So as you walk in, it's a huge open courtyard, and then multiple different spires which you could head towards in different directions. And then you see it's quite bustling inside this place that's like quite remote in the middle of nowhere. Long journey to get here, and then very specific requirement just to get into Candlekeep. But you get in, and you see multiple monks who are greeting each other, pointing to like different tomes and like discussing, some of their findings. You see some self-sufficient sections, like bathhouses and granaries and gardens and so forth, and even a pub. And above the pub, you see a big sign called the Hearth.
I look at that and I look down at Schmoinkle.
Yeah, let's go there, man.
Let's
That's
go. Fuck you,
Cool.
Ted.
You guys have been journeying for a couple of days now, and I don't know that you've had a hot meal, so I'm sure you guys are ready to enjoy each other's company with a good meal. You make your way into the Hearth, and it's just like really, really low ceiling supported by like this huge, massive wooden crossbeam. There's like really narrow windows and a large fire pit in the middle of the room. There's like tables all around the fire pit with matching benches.
This is my kind of vibe, guys.
Are the runes that we saw outside or at the entrance to Candlekeep, are those also everywhere on the inside as well?
Roll a perception check.
Perception. Boop. Why is that so slow? It's like rolling. It's the slowest. I think it's because I don't have hardware acceleration turned on. 12.
12. You don't notice anything since trying to cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Barkeep, your finest ale.
So, yeah, you go to the barkeep. He pours out 5 flagons of ale for you guys. Fallister declines, and so does Rhea Mantelmorn.
Can I have a water?
No. Yeah, you can have one. You can have one.
Pause. He was offended.
No.
Thank you.
Good.
Here's lads.
I've learned a new trick, and I take the flagon that's his, and I wave my hand over it. I just cast minor illusion to make it look like water. You say, I've learned the skill of making beer into water.
That's kind of fucked up, dude.
Can you make it taste like water though?
Turn beer into water.
I want to know if this works.
Yeah, do I fall for the illusion? Can I do what do I need to roll? I don't
You
really trust
saw
Koth.
that it was water.
I see it become water, but do I trust Koth enough?
Koth,
to not
Koth
try to
roll,
pursue-
roll deception.
All right, so minor illusion works.
13.
And then 13.
Yeah.
And then what's your passive wisdom, Ted?
1.
Nuh-uh.
Your passive
Wait, passive.
perception.
Your passive wisdom is 11.
Oh, it's 11.
You mean plus
Yeah, yeah.
one?
Yeah.
One.
I think that's you wouldn't like be
He's
functional.
blind, actually.
He's a vegetable.
That explains a lot.
Ted, you see this trick. Koth turns a glass of beer into water, and you're none the wiser.
It's fucked up.
Oh, wow.
You're like so amazed. You're driven to take a sip.
This is gonna be like the arm thing all over again.
Cheers.
All right,
Cheers.
I guess. Cheers, I guess.
Almost.
Cheers.
To friendship.
Wait.
To friendship.
Cheers.
So not being a dick
Nice.
to your friends.
Immediately, you're like, this is beer.
This is good. What the fuck, Koth?
Did you like drink it, or did you spit it out, or what did you do?
Well, I sipped it, right? And then I'm like, this is beer.
I think because it's the way minor illusion works, like it would be a stationary image. So like as soon as you tip it up, like the water would stay flat like that, the mug and the beer would come out.
Well, as soon as Koth handed it back to you, it would turn back to beer, and the water would be sitting in his hand. Right?
Yeah.
Like as soon as you handed it back to him.
Is that how that works?
I think the water.
We'll
I
go
could
with
make the
mug.
water illusion follow the mug,
But it
but
can't
it wouldn't
move
like
as
be able to
much.
like trace the beer.
Right.
So it's like a really
Well,
shitty Photoshop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
I fling the beer onto Koth.
Is to escalate.
While these shenanigans are going on, of all the patrons in at the hearth, there's one that stands out, because it's a fucking ogre.
Oh fuck.
What?
Wait, what's the ogre up to?
It's an ogre.
What's it doing?
Fucking
Um,
okay.
It's so. I mean, you guys know ogres to be like these chaotic, evil, gigantic behemoth.
Holy shit, guys!
Like
Is that an ogre?
beasts, right?
Hold on.
They're like
This
notorious.
ogre-
They're notorious for like quick tempers. They're like full of rage. They murder shit. But this ogre has a headband on. He's like sitting up. Very like he looks very posh a little bit.
Yeah.
Quite erudite. And he's just like he looks amused by your shenanigans.
Oi, mates.
I see him there. Sorry, go ahead.
This ogre over here, he must have had to give a book to get into Candlekeep too, eh?
Yeah,
Do you think he reads?
I walk over to the ogre and I say, any chance you got a napkin? I appear to have spilled my beer.
You hear this ogre's booming voice. And he goes, "Oh yes, I see you guys have gotten into a little kerfuffle." And he pulls out a folded napkin. He shakes it out and hands it to you.
But we
It's
don't see
actually a
many.
bed sheet because he's an ogre.
We don't see many ogres around here.
Yeah, you don't look like any ogre I've seen before. No offense, if that's something that would offend you, of course.
Yeah, I
but
love ogres personally.
You have.
Um,
I look at him. I look at him in his eyes, and I go, "You have to know that."
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, no offense taken. I know, kind of the image that my kind instills on others. In fact, a few years ago, I was an ogre just like the others of my kind. You know, brutish and cruel. Um, one day I met a halfling adventurer, wearing this shiny gold headband, and I killed the puny runt for it. Um, but I liked that shiny headband, and I kept it for a night. And then when I woke up in the morning, the headband had grown in size. I had attuned to it, alas. And so I donned it, and a stroke of genius struck me. It turns out this very headband is a headband of intellect.
oh.
Um,
How
and
genius are we
so
talking?
Can I get one of those for that guy over there? And I point to Ted.
Ted.
that's funny. I quite enjoyed that, but I go by Little One. It's a bit of humor. I do like humor. Um,
I got it.
and I've come here just to pursue knowledge. And
Well, it
then
is a
he
pleasure to meet you.
oh, pleasure to meet you too. He's holding a book that says "The Sum of Theology" by Saint Verthier.
All right,
Wow,
one
that's
second, Tiny.
advanced reading.
I turn to Cyrillus. I'm like, we got to take that headband of intellect, right?
Well,
Do I hear him say that?
only if we need a distraction.
What did you say, Koth?
What I have heard Schmoinkle say that.
Roll.
Oh.
Where were you?
I walked
You're,
over
like,
to the
whispering
ogre.
to me,
I'm
right?
like a foot away from the ogre.
Roll perception.
Do I hear that? I'm right behind my friends because I never left their side.
You can roll perception.
I probably don't. 10.
And
Oh.
Schmeichel, you.
6.
You want me to?
No. So you don't hear like word for word what Schmeichel is saying, but you can sort of get from like his scheming, like the gist of it.
Well, I turn around and go back to the bar and I go, "Can we get some hot food, please? Take basically anything as long as I can afford it." What are your prices look like today?
6 rare books for mashed potatoes.
Oh yes,
Can't be the
yeah.
collect.
That'll be one rare book, please. Yeah. He says, certainly our chef is actually putting together a nice stew.
How much would the stew cost?
About 5 silver.
I see Koth ordering food. I say, Koth, get me one.
I'll get 4 stews, please. I point to everyone but Ted.
Yeah, can I get a salad?
We have some bib lettuce from our garden.
That'll do. Thank you. You got any beans though? I mean, I have 2. Like, you don't need to put the beans in the stew or anything. Just beans.
Sure.
Thank you.
You can have beans.
and lettuce from the garden.
Lettuce and beans.
Be a real tough busboy, like,
Just like raw beans and
Our
brown
chef has
bread.
been slaving away to make this stew, and you want lettuce
Oh,
and beans.
don't mind him. He's always like this.
he's difficult everywhere.
I put out 3 gold on the bar and I push it across and say, "I'll just take his stew."
Thank you.
Damn, you're about to get a lot of stew.
I cast what is it? Prestidigitation on my beer to try and like cool it. Does it work?
You see frost creep up the glass.
Sweet. Just trying
I
to see
get
what
my
I can get
stew?
away with here.
I can
We'll
tell.
go sit with the ogre. What was his name? I heard him.
Little,
Tiny,
little
tiny,
one.
tiny.
Little one.
Oh, little one. That's great.
You want to be
Yeah.
patronizing, call him Tiny.
Yeah, call him Tiny.
Beat me to it. I get my stew and I saddle up to a seat and I sit down and I go, "Hey, Tiny, I'm Cyrillus. Nice to meet you."
I saunter over too.
The name's Little One, but it's nice to meet you, Cyrillus.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear it all the way. I thought I got the gist though. Fun name. Did you did you give yourself that name or
I did.
I like you.
I used the humor because naturally people have a tendency to fear ogres, and I felt compelled to learn the error of my ways and seek out a better life.
Seems like you have a lot of layers.
I do, like an onion, and also I adopted the name Little One to sort of honor the poor halfling whose life I cut short.
Little post-murder regret there.
Yes.
Yeah, the headbands of intellect tend to do that. I've seen many a bloodthirsty individual weep at what they've done after putting one on.
You have learned to forgive yourself, though, right?
You say this from our table across the bar.
You learn to forgive yourself, right?
The whole bar could hear it. I saunter over to Little One as well. I say this seems more interesting than what's going on over there.
I've never been able to have a chat with an ogre, and I just feel like
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for this, so I apologize if I'm rude. But
not rude at all. You see other diners and patrons would greet Little One politely, and
he's a known entity here.
They're pointing to books that they've picked out, thanks for the recommendation, Little One.
Nice, he's a book guy.
So Little One, what kind of places or things should we get into here? We're new here.
Oh, so there are tomes for any fancy.
No, not books, not books. I'm gonna stop you there.
Mm-hmm.
Just things to do, places to see, that sort of thing.
You're a reader.
Oh, in the fabled library of Candlekeep.
No,
You want to do
not
something
specifically. Not specifically in the library. Just kind of the area, the general feel, the vibe.
Well, there's a great view of the ocean, just over the walls of Candlekeep, and then there's a very long road to the next city.
Gotcha. So what you're telling me basically is there is a library, a bar, and a view of the ocean.
Yes, it's not just a library; it's the library.
Yeah, Aerodyne. This is the whole
If you
Faerun knowledge in these walls. There's no room for anything else but a bar.
Each
Only one
spire
bar?
you see in this great fortress, packed to the brim with tomes, ancient knowledge.
What do the what do the children do then? Is there a school? Are there families here?
There is lodging. There's a house of rest.
What do they do for entertainment though?
That's what I'm here for, and I strum my guitar.
Yeah. Also, what greater entertainment is there than reading?
All right, interesting culture y'all have here.
I lean over to Schmoikel and I'm like, he's a nerd.
Hey, Little One, how many fights have you been in since you killed my halfling brother?
Your brother.
Yeah. All halflings are related.
Um.
What he's saying is that they're all inbred.
I haven't quite had need for any physical altercation since I've come to Candlekeep.
I see. And when was that?
I over a decade ago.
Oh, so it's been about 10 years since your last fight. Noted. And I start like sipping my beer like with my back to him. Not with my back to him, just like with my shoulder.
Oh, don't mind Schmoikel. He's a wild card.
Before you got the necklace, did you ever fight any bears?
I've killed many bears,
Nice.
and it's a headband.
It's clearly a head.
This necklace?
Yeah.
He's also wearing a thick gold chain, so.
So,
Well, before
Buy
yeah,
you a beer, little one.
let's buy him a beer
Beer.
before
Um,
Schmoikel gets a little too excited over here.
are you here to see one of the Master Sages?
Yes. And which one's? Who's the coolest one?
Oh, there are many a cool sage here.
All right, kiss
Oh,
Are you trying to become a sage? Is that why you've been here for so long?
I could only dream to become a sage.
Yeah,
What
you're
does it
trying to
take?
become a sage.
I
What does
I
it take?
unfortunately I have no magical ability, and the most prominent sages are very powerful archmages.
But I mean, is that a requirement, or is that just like one of those boys' club, how we've always done it kind of things? Because, like, look, you're already an ogre in Candlekeep. Let's keep breaking those glass ceilings. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All for it.
That is an interesting thought. One of the master sages worshipped the god whose headband is derived from.
Somebody has to be the first ogre sage at Candlekeep.
We
not
have
literally?
had a human
not true.
sage. There's dragonborn sages.
But is there any ogre
Tiefling
sages?
art sages like Silvira. There,
But
I
ogre
what would
sages?
my expertise be though? I mean, Silvira is a master of the Great Wheel of the Plains. There's celestial navigation, magic items, curses, the weave, all things
at you.
unnatural.
Look at you. The physical. Has
You're an
anyone
ogre.
tried to document the physical, the strength, the things that you can do with the power in those beautiful arms of yours?
So you mean I could be the sage of being jacked?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The Sage of Swole.
But I
He
would like
hasn't
to be.
lifted in 10 years though.
I would like to be swole of mind, good friend.
That's the mind is a muscle. Haven't you ever heard that?
Exactly, and that's the only muscle I wish to flex.
You don't have to flex to learn. You flex the brain to learn about the muscle. You have it in you. It is ingrained in your being as an ogre. Now what I'm saying is flex the mind muscle and put that down. Break that into tomes. Get your own spire, man.
Have you written anything,
That is
little
quite
one?
inspiring. I haven't actually. I consume all this knowledge. I disseminate my thoughts on it through great conversation here at the hearth, and then when I move
While
on to
he's
the next
saying
tome.
that, I pull out like some parchment and a big quill and I hand it to him and I say, just start writing some stuff down.
Carpe
Um,
diem, good friend.
You see him hold it like it's like he's holding a little needle, and he's just like this. A great novel starts with a single letter, and he writes C for Cyrillus.
Thank you, friend.
Wait, he knows
Yeah,
how to
wait.
write?
He's fucking smart as shit, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's gonna be the Sage of Swole. You can
think
bet
while
on it.
all this is-
I will stake my name on it.
I think while all this is going on, Koth has been like patiently waiting for his stew and like making small talk with Rhea, basically.
Doing
Nice. Yeah, like while they're distracted with little one, the stew comes out and it starts getting piled up on the table.
I hand one to Rhea. I hand one to Phallus Fister. I just start eating mine, and I just like leave the other three for whenever everyone comes back.
Oh,
I mage hand one of them.
I smell the Zaza and I walk over.
Well, I mage hand mine too. I see Shmook will do it. I'll bring mine over.
Is my salad ready?
You have one. You have one leaf of lettuce and one bean on a plate.
Oh, perfect.
Shade.
Bean salad.
All right, where does one rest around here? I'm like yelling this to little one.
Yeah, can we crash at your place?
I don't quite have space. I just have a very solitary room to myself.
You probably have room for a halfling, though, right?
But you could check the House of Rest, where many a guest stays during a visit to Candlekeep.
You've spent 10 years here studying books and reading rare tomes and all that. That's kind of what I picked up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen something like this? And I pull out the red scaly book. I kind of try to keep it like low, so because I don't know who's watching. I use the ogre's body to block it, and I ask him if he's seen it.
That's a black scaly.
Black scaly.
There's also a red one.
Yeah. He
That was fast.
looks through the book. Could this be? No, it's not.
Well, I hear him do that, and I grab it back from him, or I try to grab it back from him, and I close it up and put it in my.
You grab his headband, like.
Seemed like you recognize that.
Yeah. It covers the demon lords of the abyss.
Interesting. Covers them. What do you mean? Like just tells me about them?
In a way.
Oh, I feel like you're being more quiet than before.
Yeah. You got a little. Your demeanor changed. Are we gonna have a problem here?
I think that this is an archmage level tome. If you'd like to refer to one of the archmages, they might be able to assist you with it.
Why can't you assist me with it? Maybe this is step one.
This is much beyond my power, I assure you.
How do we get in contact with an archmage?
You simply go to their chambers. They have office hours.
Oh, cool.
No, we're gonna keep this between us, right? Little one.
Right. Certainly.
Do I believe him?
You can roll insight.
Oh yeah, not 1. 6.
You're not sure.
Last question for me for the night, little one. How do you like get paid? What do you do to earn your keep around Candlekeep?
What do I do to earn my keep? That's quite a great question. I showed up here in search of knowledge, and nobody's asked me for anything really.
Interesting. What kind of
So
city are they running around here?
House? Do you have a house?
He has one room.
I have a room in the dormitory.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They just sort of welcomed me here as
Some sort
as
of
an honorary
socialist.
avowed. But they don't give me anything to do other than read. I think
Interesting.
maybe they consider me a little bit of a mascot.
Or a
Is that-
specimen to be examined.
Maybe.
Just
The
think
other
about
avowed
that.
are quite kind to me, though.
Do you think they see you as a mascot?
I think so. I never really thought of it until just now.
Are you okay with
I've
that?
been so engrossed in my books that, I mean, yeah, if it means I can stay here in this great library, I'm very happy to do it.
I think they're
Little
waiting for you to write the next great Pyrrhonian novel.
And
little
become
one,
a
have
soul.
have you ever cleaned your headband of intellect?
I never take it off.
So no, you've never cleaned it, no matter how disgusting it looks.
It glows. It does.
Believe
doesn't-
me, it
never
looks it looks horrible, and I use prestidigitation to make it like disgusting, grimy, like fucking smells like shit. To make it like really dirty.
Yeah. So. Hold on. uh, I understand you're new here, so let me share with you the orders of accordance at Candlekeep. Okay, little one.
Are you talking to yourself or?
Well, I'm speaking to you. I see my old ways when I look at you, halfling.
Bring him back to his old ways.
The orders of accordance are as follows. 1. No fighting. All arguments must follow the rules and cordial debate and discussion. Okay? Violent altercations are not tolerated. And what you did to my headband would give me cause to incite a violent altercation. 2. No stealing. This rule applies to all objects in the keep, not just the library's works. 3 is no copying. Visitors are permitted to take notes while studying the library's works, but anyone who wants to make a full copy of the work must pay to have the manuscript created by scribes of the house of the binder. Okay? So 1 and 2 of the orders of accord are being gently nudged by you right now. If you see my stature, you would know that you would not survive in an altercation with me.
Well, you would be breaking rule number 1 if you were to enter in an altercation with me, and on number 2, no one's trying to steal anything from you.
Just so we're on the same page. I'm happy to hear that.
I walk away and use I walk away and use prestidigitation to soil his undergarments.
He goes, oh, not again.
Roll initiative.
Michael's gonna like single-handedly destroy Candlekeep.
By making everyone shit themselves.
Well, it's impossible for him to know it was me. I say out loud.
He shakes his head.
I think we should call it a night, fellas.
Wait, one question before we go. Is there an archmage that you think we should specifically talk to out of all the archmages?
Yeah, do you have a favorite?
No, that we should talk to about this book.
No, favorite.
Yeah.
Do I have a favorite archmage or a favorite archmage that you should talk to about the book? Because
Both.
Eli Ivanmore is my favorite sage. He is a fellow worshiper of the god Ogma.
No.
But as far as like demons and that type of thing,
Oh, that's Silvira's specialty.
can she be trusted?
Any archmage at Candlekeep can be trusted.
Okay.
While this is going on, I turn to Ray and Valsfister. I'm just like, why are they trying to get us killed already?
They like chuckle and they're like, you know them longer than we have.
I drink more beer.
Boys will be boys.
Well, little one, it's been a pleasure. I truly hope that our secret stays between you and I. I'll buy you another beer just to hopefully solidify that. And you have a good evening. I get up and walk away.
Here's little one.
We stand up. I ask the bartender for directions for the house to the house of rest.
Oh yeah. So you ask the barkeep, and he goes, "Oh yes, the House of Rest. Well, what you do is you walk out past the Court of Air. You walk through the Pillars of Pedagogy. Make a corner around Erudite Outfitters and Clothiers. Once you get to that store, you want to make a right at the Emerald Door. Climb up the stairs along the wall, and then at that point you'll pass the House of the Binder, right? Once you get to the House of the Binder, you're gonna go down the stairs around to the Temple of Ogma, alright? This is where a lot of people get lost, okay? Once you're at the Temple of Ogma, you want to go up the stairs, take 2 steps to the left, and then go back down the stairs till you get to Smithy and Stables, okay? Right near Smithy and Stables, you're gonna see a granary. You get to that granary, right? And then you're really close to the House of Rest. Are you writing it down?
Signs?
Yeah, so we go by the Pillar of Pedagogy, then we go to Erudite Outfitters, then we're going to go past the House of the Binder, to the Temple of Ogma, then there's a thing where we go up the stairs and down the stairs, which will take us by the Smithy and Stables, and then from there we go to the granary, and then we'll be really close. Is that correct?
That's exactly it. That's exactly it, actually. Or you could just go the other way, and it's right next door.
Gotcha. I appreciate you, man.
Very welcome. But I mean, if you wanted to do a full tour, you could go, do that whole thing. That's really Candlekeep is such a cool place, man. I just wanted you to get the whole experience. But it's right next door, actually.
We don't want to do any of the tourist stuff. So like, what should we do while we're in Candlekeep? Like, local.
Yeah, what do the locals do?
Oh, the locals. I mean, the locals are all bookheads. They're all reading books all day, every day.
Yeah, a bunch of nerds, right? But like
local yokels,
like me and you. What do we do when we get off of work?
We do this. We get a drink. We shoot the shit.
And that's it.
Well, what more can a man ask for? You know what
cards,
I mean?
Ladies, gambling. What do you mean? What more could a man ask for?
It's overrated. It's overrated a little bit. It's overrated.
How about this? When do you get off work?
Buddy, I'm off work right now. I'm just doing this for fun.
Buddy,
you work when you're not busy?
I just, it's the serving stew to the fucking people visiting Candlekeep. That's my shit. Giving people real complicated directions.
What's your opinion of Little One over here?
Little One's a fixture here in Candlekeep, okay? He's a fucking mascot,
A mascot, particularly.
Yeah, he's particularly a mascot here, okay? So don't fuck with Little One,
I
okay?
don't fuck with him. Schmoinkle might, but I'm not.
That's pretty demeaning for a guy of his intellect and stature. Call him a mascot.
I mean, I just don't have a better word for it, but I mean, he's a fixture here,
Yeah, you don't have Candlekeep without Little One.
Exactly. Or books. Little One or books, one of the two.
You could do without the books.
Those are the two fixtures at Candlekeep. Books and Little One.
I toss
it. That bartend for fun.
I toss a gold on the bar and I just start leaving to go to the House of Rest.
Okay.
Damn, you're throwing gold around like it's nothing.
Thank you for your service. I'm sure we'll be back.
Of course.
I'm going to go get some sleep.
Little One waves a big meaty hand at you.
Alright, long way or short way?
I vote the short way. Do I see it when I look around?
Yeah, it's literally right next door.
I go
Oh.
over there and I try to get a bed.
And
So you see, when you get to the House of Rest, it, uh, there's like, it's bustling. There's like, it seems like very occupied, and you can see that the innkeeper is feeling a little overwhelmed, and is like, "We don't have any more space here in the House of Rest. What are we gonna do?" And then you see their partner's like, "Calm down, calm down. They can stay in the Firefly cellar if they need to." They're like, "What the rest of the tomes there? What do you want them to do there?" He's like, "It's gonna be fine. We can lay out some hay and make some cots." It's like, I don't know if anybody want to stay there, but I mean, it is a cool place to study too.
Would
Hey,
we
we'll
would
stay
we would take that. I would, if there's no room at the end, I'm generally happy to settle for a manger, but if that's what you have, I would really appreciate it.
You would. Fearless
And
says
he goes, "Well, listen, it's not even really a manger. It's a windowless basement that happens to be beneath the House of Rest. You know,
Sounds like
You
there's
have no idea how much time I've spent in windowless basements. I think
It's-
I'll survive.
and it's kind of charming actually. You know, we call it the Firefly Cellar because it's so dark.
I already
So-
said yes. You don't have to keep saying please.
You know, I like you. Here's your key to the cellar.
we don't have to
Thank
pay or
you.
anything.
Wait, hold on. Why do they call it the Firefly Suite?
Nope.
Well,
No. Nope.
No. Interesting. Well, you mentioned cots at least.
There are
Nope.
cots.
no, he
We can
mentioned
make.
hay.
We could stuff some things with hay and make cots out of them.
Okay, please
We
do.
would definitely appreciate the cots for sure. I believe there are actually 7 of us this evening.
Oh, 7 of you.
Also, I have a
Um,
question.
Yes.
This is for AJ. When we came into Candlekeep, did they have like stables at the beginning that we might leave our horses with? Or
Yeah.
okay, so that's where Bubbles is. Okay, just checking.
Yeah, the stables are right next to the hearth.
Pretty sure because Aaron didn't say it, I just assumed he was riding his horse the entire time. He's just like on Bubbles eating his salad.
Yeah, eating his lettuce and bean.
And beans, yeah.
One
He
bean.
fed
It was
the
one
bean to
bean.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The stables are like right near the gatehouse, you know, and then.
All right, well I'm
That's
beat.
okay.
Let's crash on these cots.
I'm gonna go open up the cellar, like welcome everyone in, close up the cellar door and go on down, find a cot, and I pass out.
I mean, first of all, what does the cellar look like? I mean, we don't have to spend
Yeah.
too much time with that. But does it really look like shit?
It's very dark.
You get into the cellar. It's pitch black.
Do we turn on our
we light
flashlights?
Oh yeah, flashlight.
I was gonna light a lantern, but
I flashlighted up. Why? You are a lantern, bro.
flashlight.
Yeah. Before you light your flashlights, you notice like a couple fireflies, flicker on and off and illuminate the cellar. And then you all do your flashlights, and you notice there are other people residing in the cellar.
Oh,
Shit.
what?
Oh fuck.
In my room?
Yeah, I mean it's just really crammed in there.
Are they
I
alive?
open cots.
I just start yelling, "Get the fuck out of here! This is our room. Get the fuck out of here!"
So you are like individually climbing down the cellar through a hatch. So you're coming from the ceiling, and you light your flashlights. You see like an elderly elf arranging like books in a bookcase. She is like engrossed in her work, and before like she's like looking at her books and like arranging them, and she doesn't even turn around to like say anything to you, or doesn't turn around to like make eye contact with you. She just starts speaking. Ebder, are you back? And then you hear another voice grumble, I never left.
It was like in the dark doing this?
Yeah, they're elves. They have dark vision.
Okay. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
She goes, oh? Visitors. I'm Scribe Vayner. Sorry for the state of things. As you see, there's a little restoration project in the works. I'll be with you shortly. And then she just returns to her work.
Alright, well I'm beat,
see
and
a
then I just
cot?
like crash on a cot, yeah.
Are there open cots? Do we see, or is there just like nowhere to sleep?
They haven't set up the cots yet. And then the elf goes, actually, do you mind bringing the stack of books down to Ebder? I'll meet you there. And then she points to a small pile of books on the stool. Thanks so much.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, we'll get right on that.
She's an elf. She's an elf.
While you guys are like responding to her, you see Ebder go, keep your voices down, please. I just put my daughter to bed.
You said these are elves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. When she asks us to grab the books, I say, "Yes, mom. I mean, ma'am." And I grab the books. And I say, "Where do these need to go, mom, ma'am?"
Just on the just down to Ebner over there.
All right.
Can we see the elf daughter from where we are?
You see.
I walk down to Ebner.
Cool. You don't see other people in this room.
Cool.
Get the fuck out of here.
As you look around, it looks like this little circular room has like on the north, south, east, and west, like it's like a books, like bookshelves in a arranged in a circle, and then there's like exits, north, south, east, and west to like a bigger circle of books, and then more exits, and then another big circle of books. So you guys are at the top floor of the cellar. And it looks like there's another like set of stairs that goes downstairs also.
Oh, we could try that, guys.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I don't like the vibe here.
Like we need to keep
you don't like
quiet.
you want to go further down?
Yeah, maybe
Into the
there's
books?
no weirdos down there.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds right to me.
you guys climb down, and yeah, you just see a Kenku avowed. He has like a little.
What? Is that a thing or a
Kenku-
person?
A Kenku is like a raven humanoid.
Mm.
Oh,
He's
like, sort of like
big-
an Arakakra.
Yeah, sort of like an Arakakra. So he's like this, long beak, black feathers, whatever. He's like got this like long pole and a lantern, and he's got the purple robes like the monks that you saw at the gatehouse, and he's like in his lantern. You can see little fireflies flickering around in there.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, "Oh, I guess you guys are crashing here."
Yeah, are there cots?
Yeah.
No.
The vibe's off. Further down we go.
He's like huddling around the pole, and he's like, "Are you sure you're not crashing here? I thought you were. They told me you were gonna be here, staying here.
Yeah. we're
Actually,
staying
there's like 7 of you."
Yeah,
That
they
we're
said that
gonna
you had to go up though. up there.
I had to go up there.
Yeah, they were asking for you.
But I
And no matter what they tell you when you get up there, they definitely want you to stay up there.
They said send him up here, and then we're gonna pretend like we didn't have you send him up here. So then when he gets up here, we're like, no, we didn't do that. But don't tell him that we're lying, and that he should still stay up here, even if we say no, go back down there. We didn't say that they were lying.
That's actually very interesting. That's very interesting because that happens to me quite a lot. Yeah. So I'm just gonna take you guys at your word, not ask any more questions about this, and just go upstairs, pretend that even though they're confused, that's what they told you to tell me.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we're doing a thing.
But I could actually also just stay here, spend the night with you guys, wave my lantern around back and forth, looking at the books.
Well, so we asked about that. We were like, well, what if we want him to stay down there and wave his lantern around at all the books? And they were like, no, he has to do this. And then no matter what we say, he can't go back down. And I was like, but he sounds like a cool guy. He's got a lantern and he looks at books. That's what I said. I was like, listen, this is a cool guy. And they were like, no, you have to tell him to come up, and he can't come back down no matter what we say.
Yeah, those are verbatim their words.
All of that definitely happened.
I have a phonographic memory.
He does have a phonographic memory.
My dear friend, they said that you can stay down here nevermore.
Okay, well, usually I like to share trinkets that I find with people that, let me wave the lantern around. I found this cool ring, and
leave your trinkets. Leave your trinkets here.
Hold on. Let me talk to my friends, and I huddle everybody up, and I'm like, guys, he said trinkets. Do we want to put up with?
Wasn't that a bear?
Trinkets. I think in Critical Role, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe we change direction on this. I know I just went full speed down this path.
We can walk it back.
All right.
I got to make my never no more joke, so I don't really care what.
We'll just tell him it was a test, and
yeah.
All
right. Hey, what did you say your name was?
We're still getting killed tonight.
I didn't tell you my name yet, but it's Crinkle. Crinkle the Kenku.
Crinkle, here's what happened, Crinkle.
What they actually told us was to test you and to see if you would believe us if we did, sent you up there, and you passed. So you can actually stay down here with us.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Wave the lantern.
Just leave the trinkets. Usually we fall right asleep, so if you just leave the trinkets,
we'll wake up and they'll be there.
Right.
Aerodine, you can talk to them all night while we sleep.
Well, that's not exactly how I'd phrase it. I meditate, and usually I meditate around 9 hours a night.
Usually, when we go to sleep, you're like, guys, I don't need to sleep. I wish I had somebody to talk to.
That's not it at all. No, usually when I meditate, it's around 9 to 12 hours a night. I don't talk to anybody, especially not this guy.
Crinkle, tell us your best story and wave your best wave. I'm gonna take a nap.
I just gotta say, I'm a her also, okay? You guys have been misgendering me this whole time. I'm a her.
I haven't.
We're so sorry.
It was your plumage. Your plumage threw me off. I'm very sorry.
Look the same to me.
Oof.
I take actually a lot of offense to both of those statements.
Well, if you're offended enough, you
guys are actually canceled. Okay, canceled.
Listen. Crinkles. We clearly got off on the wrong foot here, right? Can you agree with me at least on that?
The wrong talon.
I mean, I do like to wave my lantern around. Sometimes make lots of noises, clapping and banging on things.
You look like you're great at waving your lantern around. The best, even. I would venture to say.
Yeah, they were talking about it up there about how
They
good you
were.
were.
They
at
were
that.
like, man, if there was an Olympic sport for lantern waving, that Crinkle, she would be top cream of the crop.
They're like that female Kanku down there. She can really wave.
This is Crinkle, by the way.
The she, her.
On the Discord. I don't know if you can see it.
Nice. I love
Let
it.
me see.
I can't, but oh wait.
It's on the Dungeons and Duders. You can have a text chat.
Oh, that's
on-
clearly female. If you had done a better job describing it, we'd.
That's Crinkle, the one that Aaron posted.
I love that I can see it in
if-
the stream too. That's great.
How do you
Yeah.
get into the chat? The text.
So
chat?
if you're on
Oh,
video,
the chat.
there's like a little chat button on the video
yeah.
for Discord. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Actually, not too far
it's
off.
a new feature. So it's
So my vote would be, I am up to us all going ahead and grabbing a rest so we can go talk to Silvira on the morrow. Would we want to perhaps take watches tonight to ensure that we make it through the night well?
Yeah, I'll take first watch. Me and Kinku are gonna smoke a bowl.
Make
I'll
sure
take
that
second
she
watch.
Me
make
and
sure that she
Crinkles.
leaves the trinkets.
Listen, I judging by the situation, I think it's a little faux pas to keep talking about the trinkets so much.
Well, that was the cost of her waving the lantern around. There was a quid pro quo here.
But she doesn't know
Is
that,
that
bro.
Who wants to take the third shift?
I mean,
How much shift do we need?
we don't need more than two. We don't need more than two because I can.
Because you don't sleep.
Yeah,
The argument we just got done having.
right. Well, I didn't want
So
her
you
to know
can
that. I
take
didn't want
the
to talk to
last
her
two.
the whole night.
I'll take the first.
You
one.
can take the third and fourth shifts then,
Yeah.
Aerodine?
Absolutely.
I look around, do I see the cots to set them up?
what was that?
Do I see cots to set up?
Oh, Crinkle set up the cots for you.
I'm already
Okay.
Thanks,
asleep.
Crinkle. Cock wanted the cots, Crinkle.
Thank you, Crinkle.
You're welcome.
Now,
Well,
what's your favorite trinket, Crinkle?
My favorite trinket is I have a ring that I just found the other day. I keep
I
it
start
with
playing
my
along.
treasures, but then I put it on my hand. Now I have it on my hand. It's this ring right here.
Do I recognize it? I'm playing along and making him sound really good with my instrument while he sings. Damn, Crinkle, you're a natural.
Gee, he did it again.
She. Her.
You don't know what the ring is, but you know it looks. You like get a vibe that it's magical.
Yeah. Where'd you find it? Do you know what it does? I mean, where did you find it? Do you know what it does?
Well, it's clearly the ring of waving lanterns around at night and making noise.
The queen of being an inconsiderate dickhead.
At
The
least
ring of
that.
Being an inconsiderate dickhead.
It's cursed, -1.
Oh, were you guys trying to sleep?
-1 to be like cool to be around.
Alright, I start meditating.
I just keep talking to Crinkle about trinkets.
Head to
You
sleep.
go to sleep.
Crinkle is like, one time I thought I found a really rare necklace, and then it was actually just a really shiny piece of it's like foil on the ground, and I picked it up, and I still like put it in my pocket, and then I found out that I had a hole in my pocket, and then I lost the piece of foil, and I was like, darn, I really wish that I had this foil that I put in my pocket. And then I looked around on the ground for the foil that I had dropped, and then I found this ring actually.
Oh.
I'm so glad I'm asleep for this.
That's can I see the ring? That's a pretty ring. Can I see it? Can I hold it?
I really cherish my trinkets and my treasures. So probably won't
Well, what if
let
I
you see it.
have a trinket or treasure that you can hold of mine while I hold your trinket?
Like foil?
Um, I have. Let's see.
Do you have like baubles?
I
Do
do
you have
have some
like
baubles.
gems?
I have
Do
some
you have
baubles.
like a
I,
piece of gold?
I pull out a bag of
Do you have like
caltrops.
a diamond?
I pull out a big bag of caltrops, and I like sprinkle them on the floor in front of him. I
I
got
know what
these.
those are. Those are to hurt people.
No, no, they don't have to be to hurt people. Look, they can if you take them right, and I take it and I like fashion it to his robe, and I'm like, look, now it's fashion.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty cool.
that's what I thought. Look,
She hands you the ring.
all right, sweet. It's magic. I can tell it's magic.
Is this a trade?
Well, hold on. I don't know. This seems like a really nice ring. I don't want to like cheat you out of it. So you've got you got 8 of those little fashion icons. That's what I'm calling them. They're called fashion icons. I'll give you 12 more. 20 total fashion icons for this ring.
20 fashion icons for one ring? That's a deal.
I mean, 20 for one. You're getting a
That's
lot, and I'm getting a little.
That's a deal.
All right. I give him my bag of 20 caltrops.
She gives you the ring to keep. She said,
See?
You can keep the ring. I didn't know how to use it anyway.
Well, I appreciate it. This was you're a real interesting person, and I feel like they should put you up higher where you can like interact with more people.
She starts banging on shelves and waving the lantern around.
Weird squawking noises. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna like check out the ring and see if I can figure out what it is.
Okay, you want to spend the night attuning to it?
I can just tell it's magic.
Yep.
Can't tell inherently whether it's good or bad. Well,
Yes. Speaking of which, oh, go ahead.
Crinkles freely gave it to me, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
traded for
Yeah.
icons, but yeah, sure, why not? Let's send it.
Yeah, speaking of which, I like kind of wake up in the middle of the night and pull out an unidentified feather from my pocket, and I like cuddle up with it.
I don't know what this feather is. I'm sorry.
Just, you can make something up then. It could be nothing.
Okay.
I can't remember when I got it. Oh, I got it after Bak Mei. We found an unidentified potion and a feather. And the potion was the potion of mind reading. That was the last session, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I could just be making it up, but like
No.
I couldn't. You know I couldn't make that up.
Sounds familiar.
That was the last session, and I still don't remember. But I think I have notes somewhere.
All right,
But anyway,
and I'm asleep.
so you're attuning to the feather.
Yeah, the feather that we don't know what it is. It's an unidentified feather.
And I'm attuning to the ring.
Oh,
Maybe
I
it
know
was
what
a-
I know what it is. It's
It's a joke feather.
Is it a feather from a red herring?
So it's the next morning. Schmoinkle, you know that the tiny little object that looked like a feather is actually a token of a bird that you can summon. So you can use the action to toss the token 5 feet in the air. The token disappears, and a multicolored bird takes its place.
Multicolored
the bird
bird.
has the stats of a rock, which is let me
A
post
stone
those
that lays on the
stats.
ground and doesn't do anything.
Here's the
Oh, it's a
here's the
feather
monster
token
stats.
for a bird.
There.
Rock.
Whoa.
Whoa. Has all those stats?
Yeah.
My
Oh.
man. Okay.
And so it obeys your simple commands, but it doesn't attack. Sorry.
Alright,
so
cool.
it could carry like up to 500 pounds while flying the maximum speed.
Sick, so it can carry me.
Yeah.
All right, I can fly now.
Once.
Well, as long as it stays alive, right?
Oh, yeah, does it dissipate? Just till it's dead.
I could feel in me that this bird has 248 hit points, and it can survive for a while.
Yeah. And then, yeah, as an action, you just dismiss the bird. You're basically summoning a bird that.
Right. Can I have soup around while this bird is out?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. All right. Well, the soup's just been out, hanging out as an owl.
Cool. And then, Cyrillus, the ring that you got from
I
Crinkle.
hate that smile. I don't like that smile.
It's just my normal smile, dude.
I hate it.
He doesn't like your normal smile.
I hate the way your face looks when you're happy.
It's not bad. It's actually, the ring is actually kind of cool. It has 3 charges, and it regains 1d3 expended charges at dawn. It's the ring of the ram. So when you're wearing this ring, as an action, you can make a ranged spell attack against a creature you can see. It produces a spectral ram's head, and it makes its attack with a +7 bonus.
Well, let's go.
2d10 of force damage, and is pushed 5 feet away. I'll share that here too.
That's a good one for you because you're ranged.
Yeah, and
yeah.
I don't have a lot of damage, so it'll be nice
Right.
to be able to push people away from me and shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, and I can try to break. Okay.
It's cool that it gains charges at dawn too, so it's reusable.
Yeah. As long as I don't use the last one. And then does it... What happens when it gets to 0? Nothing? It's fine.
Yeah, you just have to wait for the charges to.
Okay. It's not like I roll and it might
recharge.
disappear.
No.
Nice. Yeah, I'd slide it on amongst my other rings. Tuck it in under 1 or 2 of them. Do I have to attune? It is an attunement thing, right?
Yeah, that's what you spend the night doing. So you guys wake up and Crinkle is making breakfast for everybody. Crinkle has this it's like whistling a really odd melody that kind of haunting actually.
Can I try to learn it
Sure.
while I'm playing?
Do you really?
Yeah, I do want to try to learn it.
Okay. Let's roll d20 or
Just a
roll
D20.
performance.
Performance?
Yeah.
16.
Okay. You sort of hear like the melody, and you are like recreating it.
Nice. I'm calling it Crinkle's song.
You notice that other people like Abdur that you met yesterday, and the other elf. For whatever reason, they're just like, they're doing their own thing, but they're also humming this melody.
Interesting.
And then as the second you notice that, you hear from the hatch from the ceiling that you guys descended into the firefighter cellar. It's the hatch slams shut, and then you hear like several mechanical locks engaging, trapping you inside the cellar.
Yo, Crinkles, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. I was just here making breakfast. You see from the hatch, there's like a person climbing down the stairs.
I knock an arrow.
It is sorry. It's an elderly scribe that's coming down the stairs, and she makes her way down. She looks at everybody, and she goes, I can't believe this is happening. I've read about this. The story happened 600 years ago, and it seems like it is happening again right now.
What is this? What are you talking about?
She goes, shh. And then she stresses you, and then you realize that you are humming this melody that Crinkle was humming, and you were trying to be quiet, and then you notice Schmoinkle is also humming this melody.
Oh fuck, bro, stop humming.
When I notice that, I'm gonna plug my ears and try my hardest to like not do anything.
Yeah, definitely. You it just requires concentration to try not to sing the rhyme or not to sing the melody.
I just start singing one of my favorite songs from shortly after my capture. Do what they tell me.
What kind of haunting is it? Like, is it something that, like, is it like what kind of haunting? Like,
sort of like a children's like melody, like ring around the rosy, like that kind of like sing-songy,
like it's a creepy haunting. Like you wouldn't like it. It's not enjoyable.
But can I actively not do it?
Yeah, it would take concentration. Yeah.
Got it.
For the new person, I'm like, okay, let us out of here. Let us out of here. What the fuck is going on? And then I put my fingers back in my ears.
So the elf scribe says, "I'm afraid none of us can leave.
Why?
I locked myself in here as well."
Why? What's up? Can you please explain what's going on?
She goes, when I first arrived at Candlekeep, the Avowed were concerned about a singing madness. She goes, shh, and then you hear, and she goes, a book merchant had been afflicted with it and was put in isolation after several Avowed began singing the song as well. And then she starts to frown and she's like, I don't know what happened to him or the others. That was 600 years ago.
But so we don't know like if it's bad. We just know we're singing, and because of that, we need to be locked in this room where we can't do anything about it. I'm not.
You
tracking.
see, she starts like as like your confusion starts to motivate her to regain her composure, and she's like, "I've alerted the avowed and sealed the exit to stop whatever this is from spreading. I don't know if it's good or bad, but
So
it can't be
you're
good.
in quarantine.
Unfortunately, until we get some more answers, yeah, we're in
Are you
quarantine.
humming too?
I heard the melody and I saw Crinkle and Ebder both humming it, and I immediately knew what I had to do. I had to alert the avowed, and then lock myself in here before anybody else starts singing the song.
But we don't even know
Want
what
to
happened.
go up?
Maybe it's just a freaking party, dude.
You notice that you're humming the melody again.
I want to go up and look at the door that is latched in. Do I see any clear ways to blow the door open or open it in some way?
Well, I mean, is it locked from the inside?
You can do investigation.
Okay, I'm going to investigation then. Ooh, nat 20 plus 0.
Okay, well, nat 20 lets you know that it seems very unlikely based on the structure. Like, this hatch is in the ceiling. There's a ladder that climbs up to the hatch. It's solid, like, stone, and then, like, and metal, and a locking mechanism that was locked from the outside.
I just look at it, and you guys see me just like my hand just starts like instinctually forming an eldritch blast in my hand,
We don't want that.
and then I stop, and it goes back. Like I can't change my mind whether I'm going to try and blast the door or not.
They didn't say no blasting doors as a
Well,
rule.
there's some logistics involved here. There's a lot of stuff up there. And it's got to go somewhere. And somewhere's
Bring the
probably
roof,
down
yeah.
here.
That wouldn't be the best idea.
Can Schmeichel, can you try to pick it?
While you guys are like looking at the hatch and trying to decide how to open it, you notice that Crinkle's lantern just starts flickering at really irregular intervals, like almost like it's Morse code. It's like boop, 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 boop,
Alright.
boop, 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 and then it
Can I
starts
see through the
flickering to the
hatch?
it starts
Sorry.
flickering to the tune of the melody.
I light
dude,
my
I see
flashlight.
through the hatch in any way?
Can you do what to the hatch?
Is the hatch completely solid? Is there any way I can see through the other side?
It's solid, yeah.
No way I can see through anything.
Correct.
Okay.
Does my flashlight do the same thing?
No. It's just the fireflies.
Yo, Crinkles, what's up with your lantern?
I've never seen it do this before.
All right, everybody.
I take out my
stop
handouts of
humming.
warning. I just start
That's,
holding.
No,
yeah, that's fine.
Everybody, stop humming. Actively try to stop humming. Think about it. Concentrate on it. Stop humming.
Okay. What was that?
Did anything happen?
I just saw a couple of...
19.
Are the fireflies still vibing? If we stop humming?
The flickering dissipates after a couple minutes.
All right. There's something to that. See, look, nobody's humming anymore.
All right, what next?
Can we go now?
Look, it's all good.
Look, no humming. Nobody's
As
humming.
long as you don't want to hum, you don't hum.
Yeah, and you don't want to do anything else.
You can just choose not. You
besides
have free
not
will.
hum. No, said a no.
She's not amused.
All right, guys. I guess. Is there another way out of here, lady?
This hatch is the only way.
That's a safety code violation.
We we have to figure out the source of this singing curse, the singing madness.
I'm gonna hold on. I think I've got.
How deep does this?
Go ahead.
How deep does this dungeon go? Like, we can see like there's supposed to be outer circles, right?
Yeah, there's outer circles, and then there's like you went down one floor.
If you guys want to go look in the outer circles with me,
I want to try something. I cast protection from evil and good on myself with my Cittern. It says protect against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Creatures of the type have disadvantage on attack rolls, can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If they are already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect. I just cast it on myself as a touch spell just to see if anything happens. If anything dissipates.
Okay.
I am also going to, while this is going on, I'm going to steal myself and I'm going to cast False Life on myself. I'm actually going to cast it twice because the first time it didn't give me quite as many hit points as I would have wanted it to. So I do it, and you guys see like a little bit of like green energy go or purple energy go up and swirl around me, and I look really disappointed. And I do it again. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, we're doing our Avengers Assemble thing. Let's go.
All right. So
I'm seeing if anything happened when I cast protection from good and evil.
Right.
Evil and good. I was just seeing if anything happened. I wasn't Avengers Assembly.
Yeah, I know.
I do something different for that.
I go look around the corridor to another circle and see if there's anything that way.
So you cast protection from evil and good, and you don't notice anything happens.
So
you're
if
still
I stop,
you're still
stop.
humming.
Okay.
You're still humming the
Can it manifest on me playing it on my guitar on my Cittern without wanting to? Or is it humming? It can be humming if it has to be humming.
It is just humming for now. But you did play it. You did choose to play it.
I played
your
it. Yeah,
Cittern.
I learned it. Yeah. Whoops.
So do we just wait for the Avowed here, and they show up and make all this go away?
To this thing, like,
Schmoinkle said.
So the scribe goes, since we are at the center of this, maybe we might have be able to find more information.
Would it be in this room, do you think?
I believe this has to be the source.
well,
So let's
start
look
looking.
around.
Yeah, start looking around for anything with weird vibes.
As you like, okay. Where do you guys want to look?
Just
I'll look around like an outer circle.
Cool.
I want to
I'll
look
look
at the
around.
staff.
Crinkle
I want to see
area.
what's going on with the staff.
Yeah.
Crinkle is just back to like washing dishes. The staff is not doing anything.
Yeah, can I like investigate it, see if there's a button on it, see if it goes in and out, like what's going on with it?
Sure.
Carrie, come here.
Do I find out anything while I poke around at it?
Oh, I thought you were gonna roll investigation. Sorry,
Oh, yeah. 17 plus 0.
Okay. So, Crinkle sees you looking at the staff and holds it out for you. It's just a wooden staff, and it doesn't look like there's anything like very. It's like kind of shoddily crafted, to be honest. And then there's like a glass enclosure that it is hanging on the end of it, in which the fireflies are all flickering about.
Tap the glass to see what happens.
It, you just hear like the clinking of glass as you tap it. Nothing peculiar happens.
And then I give the staff back.
Cool. Anybody else want to do anything?
Well, what else
I
of
asked
note is in the
Nico-
room?
So you guys are on the top room, which is there's like a balcony railing that immediately below the hatch, and then as you descend the ladder, you're on that top floor, and then it's just bookcases in a circle all the way around. And then you can exit to a wider circle, and then a wider yet circle, and then there's chairs like all around. And then just columns that are holding up the like the ceiling.
It might be a book, a cursed book, some sort.
Yeah, is this where they send the new books that get turned in?
So when Aradine says it might be a cursed book, Varnir, who's the scribe, is like, yes, it was a book merchant after all who had been afflicted with it.
Mm.
That is a possibility.
Where do the new books go in this room?
We were asked to pick up a book stack on the way in. Where are the books from the book stack?
Oh yeah, where did I put those books?
yeah.
When Kopf goes, where are the books from the book stack? Ebder, you hear a shrill sound that just basically echoes through the firefly cellar, overpowering like the conversation, and it rapidly rises into like this uncanny pitch. Like you can't even you like recognize it first as Ebder's voice, and then it becomes purely terrifying. You guys hear this, and it like shakes you to your core, but you don't see Ebder. You guys are all in the innermost circle of the stacks, though, and you can tell that it's like further out to the outer circle, like north.
Yeah, we gotta find Ebder and that mom lady.
So you guys run there to where you hear
Yeah.
the screaming?
Absolutely.
I do,
yeah,
but I want to prepare an Eldritch Blast, and if anything attacks us, I want to blast it.
I've had my
I've
arrow.
got
down
my-
before.
Rod of the Pact Keeper with me, holding it up.
Gotcha. So you run out to the outer circle. Excuse me. And you see Ebder's eyes are just bulging in terror. He's like humming the melody. He's just like frozen though. His body is like paralyzed. He's rigid. But he's just
Is he
singing
holding
the
or
rhyme.
nearby? Is he holding anything or nearby anything?
No, he's just like frozen, like on the ground in a stupor, eyes
Gotcha.
bulging in terror.
Is he looking at anything in particular?
He's looking straight up.
Oh. What's above him? I look up.
It's just the ceiling. He's lying supine on the ground. So that's the only reason he's looking straight up.
Well, I go over and try to like wake him up, kind of. Hey, hey, Ebner.
Should you touch him?
As soon as you touch him, you realize he's like hold to the touch.
Oh, fuck. This guy's
He's
cold.
He's like not moving.
Do I recognize it as an
Body
effect
is
of
rigid.
anything I've seen before?
It doesn't seem like you've seen this before.
Guys, this isn't good. And he's not responsive when we try to talk to him.
You try to talk to him, and then a little elven girl runs up into the room. She's like, "Papa, Papa," and she starts bawling. You see Crinkle go, "Hey, little kid, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna take care of your dad." And then the little girl's wailing.
I'm
And
going to
You
reach
hear
down and.
what's that?
So I'm going to reach down and cast Spare the Dying on
the child?
on the guy who's supine on the floor.
The child?
On the child?
No, on Elder or Eater or whatever his name is.
Abder?
Ebder.
Ebenezer.
Okay. As you cast Spare the Dying, you feel the that melody start to crawl its way into your brain.
Ugh.
Oh, fuck.
I just concentrate really hard on not humming. Say, guys, the humming is fighting.
We gotta find that book. Where do we put it?
When you did magic, the humming fought. Aerodine, it's your time to shine.
Oh, am I gonna shoot arrows at the book?
Yes. Yeah, I guess I look around him and see if he was like messing with anything or if it looks like there's anything he was doing, try to kind of piece together what might have happened right before he freaked out. Maybe a stack of books or
So you don't see anything near him, but you do hear words of like this melody that he's starting to sing. Most of it is incoherent, but except for one line, which is, "Does the shadow have a name? Does the shadow have a name?"
oh god damn it.
And
Guys, you
then
hear that?
there's a whole bunch of
I don't
other
like
stuff
that.
that he's saying.
Do we hear
Okay,
it?
I understand it.
Does anyone else hear this or only him?
Yeah.
Now everybody in the room can hear him. Ebder's like been singing this for like 5 minutes now.
As soon as he goes, they go, Bob! The name's Bob! Damn it.
Does the shadow have a name? Do we
Ted says, does the shadow have a name in Infernal? The language that he knows to speak.
The language.
Nothing happens.
Well, I start looking around for books about the Shadowfell or about things related to that in the general vicinity of Abder. Just seeing if I see anything that may be related.
Can I just
What's that? What were you gonna say,
try
Chris?
something weird?
Sure.
And when I hear that, my thought is like, okay, does the shadow have the name? So I just start shouting out in Common, then Infernal, then in Elvish, then in Dwarvish. I just run through the names of every demon and god and everything that I know that is associated with like fiends in the shadow, and I just start yelling them out like just straight in a row.
Do we want to answer it?
Ernest.
Yeah.
Yeah. you're just running down the list of just like saying everything I can for about like a minute or two until I either run out of names or it becomes clear that nothing is working, and then I just like give up.
Gotcha. Yeah, nothing happens.
I want to find the elf lady. So I start. Are we on the outer row now?
Yeah. So you are looking for.
The one that told me to move the books.
I see.
Pipe.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
start making my way around the outer, like, row, seeing if I can find her.
Okay. So yeah, she's just along the stacks. She almost at all of the residents that were in the cellar like ran up to where Ebder was before realizing that he was singing the song over and over again, and they started
Oh,
to
so she's here with us.
slowly. She was, but like after a couple minutes, like with you guys doing all the stuff that you were doing, she's like trying to not be near this song. So she is not near you currently.
Hey, what was he? Do you know what he was messing with before that? Were you with him before, like, whatever just happened? Like, what's going on, man? Mom?
Well, I came here to study, not get sealed away in a tomb.
Well, yeah.
Tomb?
Me neither. Wait, tomb?
Well, I mean,
just-
we're
you
just
like,
we're
like-
trapped down here. This is horrifying.
Yeah,
Alright,
no, I
no reason
agree.
to fearmonger.
So that's why I'm trying to figure out how we get out of here. So, like, were you with Abder right before he freaked out? Or, like, do you know what he was doing? Or did something happen?
No, he was just like working through the scriptorium and
The scriptorium.
yeah, that area over where he was found.
Was he working on a particular book?
Yeah, he just likes to do research.
Do you know what he was researching today?
No, I remember seeing he got his stack of books. He had a quick chat with Crinkle, and then he went over to continue his work.
Where's that stack now?
I'm not sure.
I want to find out what him and Crinkle talked about. So I go find Crinkle. Thanks, Mom. I mean, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome.
Can I go find
Crinkle is putting away books in a different stack. Crinkle is whistling the melody absentmindedly.
Hey, Crinkle, stop whistling. What did you and Abder talk about earlier before he went to go work?
Oh, it's just talking about treasures and trinkets.
Did he have any new trinkets?
Did Ebder have trinkets? I'll never tell.
Well, but hey, bud, I like that game. That's a fun game. Can you tell me though?
No.
It's kind of important, you know how like we're locked in here and like there's danger going on and this old scribe lady is kind of scared. It'll really help me out. It'll really help us out. You could be a hero.
You notice that all of a sudden the temperature drops dramatically.
Oh god.
It's ice cold. You can see like your breath in the air.
Yeah, I get more frantic and I'm like, Crinkle, I'm really gonna need you to tell me what kind of trinkets he had. You see, this is getting worse.
Well, he didn't have trinkets, but there was a book that he really, really started to like. And I thought if that was a treasure to him, it could be a treasure to Crinkle.
So did you take it? Did you trade him for it?
Did I what?
Did you trade him for it?
I mean, I might have.
So do you have the book?
Well, so here's the thing that is kind of interesting, okay? I had this song, I got the book from him. It's kind of a cool looking book, okay? It's made of wood and copper. There's like gears and designs on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty cool looking book. But I also found a skeleton in the library, and it started singing the song that's stuck in my head right now. So I took the book and I threw it under my bed.
Wait, were the skeleton and the book related?
I don't know, the skeleton was just singing the song. It's a skeleton, it should be singing a song.
And then you just left it? You just let it keep singing and walked away?
That's what I did 100%. I saw the skeleton singing the song. I said, "No, thank you." I put the book under my bed, and then I said, "Hey, it's breakfast time. Let's get some breakfast. It's time for breakfast, everybody."
All right, guys. I think we need to find Crinkle's bed. Crinkle, where's your bed?
My bed.
Yeah.
It's all.
Yeah, your bed.
My bed is.
Is your book still there?
Is what?
Is the book still there?
Yeah, it's under the bed.
Where
all the
would
way
that
on the
be?
bottom. All the way on the bottom floor.
All right, guys. I think we gotta go to the bottom floor. I think this book might have something to do with it. Where was the skeleton?
It was the floor just above where my bedroom is.
Okay.
Is it normal to have a
The middle
skeleton there?
floor. What's that?
Is there typically a skeleton there? Is that normal? Is that a normal day for you?
Yeah, I mean it's just been there. Nobody did anything about it, so I didn't touch it. Just left it there.
You didn't do anything about it.
It's been there for a long time.
That's just a normal skeleton.
That was singing at the time.
You never found it
But
weird
not-
that there was a skeleton there?
Not a normal skeleton.
And then while you're questioning,
We're just like grilling him.
yeah, while you're grilling Crinkle, you hear her go, see a dog that knows how to heal, never heeds plea nor command. Mother gave it a tasty meal. Dog chose instead to eat her hand.
Nice tune you're singing there.
Thank you.
Where'd you learn that?
Is that the skeleton song?
Is that the
Does
skeleton?
shadow have a name?
Okay, let's go to the floor. Let's go to the...
Causes grief, avoids the blame.
Alright, enough of that.
Does a shadow have a name?
Causes grief and avoids the blame. Yeah, we need to go check out that book. You guys
sure.
want to go check out the book? Maybe the skeleton thing.
Let's go. Does the shadow have a name?
Something about a dog biting hands.
Causes grief, avoids the blame.
Loki? I say Loki out loud. I don't know if that's a god in this. What's the god of trickery? I actually know this. That's my faith.
Yeah, we're doing this on the low key. Good point, Cyrillus. We're low key checking out the rest of this place.
Yeah, I say Timora out loud and see if anything happens.
Nothing happens.
Yep. Okay.
I go down to the skeleton as well.
Let's go.
Go down on the skeleton. What the fuck?
I'm like back middle on the pack of the pack.
Going on?
I guess we're following the skeleton.
We're trying to find the skeleton on the second floor. Get the book.
Yeah, I care more about the book than the skeleton, honestly.
I feel like skeleton's the crux of this whole thing. That was the first thing singing.
Yeah, but the book might have, imbued the skeleton. Skeleton's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
The book is not.
Okay. So we're gonna look at the skeleton first.
Yeah, I guess it's on the way. Might as well.
That's on the second floor, right? In the middle floor.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So you find you go to the second floor, and there's like, it looks like a hidden compartment was like half opened, and you see human remains behind like this shelf of books, like embedded in to the walls of the library. The tune tugs at each of your minds, basically willing you to like intone the sequence of notes that you've been hearing basically all morning.
I put my hands on my ears.
Okay. Does anybody
Does
else?
that help?
I try
Yeah, I
not
do
to.
too.
I don't.
I used one mage hand actually, and I have a normal hand free.
Okay. So you cover your ears, and then the notes start to take shape in your mind, of words you're like almost certain you've never heard before, but are somehow familiar to you as the lyrics.
Oh.
Throwback. I love it.
The words are going to be posted in.
See a mother scything me.
Oh, it's Misery, the Stephen King book.
What is going on in your screen, Roland?
Wait.
Massaging.
Yeah, I got a massage thing on.
What the fuck is that?
What is that?
It's massaging, dude.
But how? Like,
a full
what is
body
it?
vibrator.
What's going on?
It looks like
what-
an Iron Man massager.
It's like a strap, and then it's hooked in his wrists, and he pulls
Yeah.
down on where he needs to go.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit! That looks amazing. I could use that right now.
Oh,
What
dude,
is that
so
called?
good.
Like a strap massager? Or what I
Strap
put on
massager.
Amazon?
Personal massager. Strap on.
Is it Hitachi? Yeah.
Go.
And so we
feel
don't
like-
recognize these words. I mean, they're familiar, but not in a way we can.
Feels like a
conceptualize.
riddle.
Yeah, see a mother scything wheat, forgotten husband here. One swing she took his feet, with another took his ear.
Does the
Wait, where is
skeleton
it?
have feet?
There it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like entire human remains.
Okay, its feet aren't missing.
Does it have an ear?
Wait,
Yes.
is it a skeleton? If it's a skeleton, it's don't have ears.
Would we recognize this? Like, yeah, I guess you said we kind of recognize it.
Familiar in a way
But-
we can't grasp.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've never heard these words before, but they've like somehow formed in your brain.
Let's go get this book.
Yeah.
Let's look it up.
We don't see anything else around the hole, just the remains in the wall. And are there any particular books around here that stand out, or just same old?
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's
And it
go to
doesn't
the
look
book.
like there's a missing skeleton, like a spot where there used to be a skeleton and it's not there anymore.
What's that?
It doesn't. There's not like a spot that looks like there was a skeleton there and it's not anymore, like it's been removed.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I guess let's go get the book.
Book time, babies.
Get that book. Get that book. Get that book. Get that
Hey,
book.
Koth, what do you think about like just throwing it in the bag of holding?
Skeleton?
Skeleton?
Book. No, the book.
I mean, I don't know that I'm willing to do it. I don't know that will fix this.
Well, it would send if the
This
book is
will
the origin, it will maybe send it to an extra planar space and not be
I'm
here.
willing to try it.
How do you feel about blasting
That's
it? Just start blasting.
Yeah, I'm talking in the rhythm of the song.
I'm willing to try to put it in. Have we found the book?
Ah!
Wait, sorry, I
keep
couldn't hear
looking.
you on all because the humming was like obscuring.
Oh,
audio.
whose fault is that?
What are these?
If it isn't the consequences of our own action.
We were just
Can we find the book?
contemplating for a book in the bag of holding.
You put the book in the bag of holding?
That's what
We'll
we're
put the book in the bag of holding.
considering. Yeah.
Okay,
If
well,
you
so
hand me the book,
you get
I'll
to
put it in the bag.
you get to Crinkle's room. And the air around you feels thick. It like is pressing on you from all sides. Prickling your nerves, your muscles twitch as though something is yanking on them with invisible strings.
Ooh.
Ugh, it feels like Florida in August.
I don't like this.
Um,
Tell me about it.
so you see the little girl and Crinkle run into Crinkle's room ahead of you. You try to get ahead of them to get the book, but those invisible strings are tugging at you and slow you down.
Can we see the book from here?
No, it's Crinkle said that she hid it under her bed.
Hey, Crinkle, hold up. Wait for us.
You see them run in the room. And then everybody roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh no. -2.
Uh-oh.
Critical fail.
How do I roll that?
27. It's
You're saving.
top
There it
left
is.
of your
Yeah,
character.
Yep.
27.
17.
12.
12.
So only Koth is only Koth is actually
I got a
Koth.
27.
Yeah, Koth and Cyrillus are unaffected by this feeling of being compelled by the melody to cause physical harm to each other. It is getting kind of late, so I was wondering if you guys wanted to
Call it there.
call it right there, where
So,
you
where
guys are being
Ted, Aerodine,
puppeted to
and-
attack each other.
Ted Aerodine and
Ted
Schmoikel
swings
get
his
the
hand axe of
overwhelming-
warning without warning at cost.
beat the shit out of each other.
This is how we die, guys, by killing each other.
Yeah.
PvP Close out the campaign. No, I'm done.
It ends at
Yeah,
Candlekeep.
we should probably wrap it up tonight.
Oh, another one of my proudest moments is not dying. Just
Yeah.
in general.
Well, that's a good one.
For all the
I'm
times
pretty
I've
proud
died.
of that.
2 years of not dying. Here's to that, folks.
I think I've gone down almost in the double digits at this point. Death
Yeah, you
saving
have.
throws.
Yeah, you have.
You know what the key to not dying is?
Having an
Not
ambulance
playing for
warlock.
5 months at a time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You'll live forever. I thought you were gonna
Or-
say something false life related.
I mean, or
Having the
fuck for
ambulance
1,000
warlock,
years.
Yeah,
That all counts.
Yeah,
That is true.
that was. I'm still thinking about it. That's where I've heard this song before.
Hunting.
Well, if we're wrapping,
Yep.
All right. See you guys
Thanks,
in
guys.
2023.
good night, y'all.
Alright.
Thanks for running, AJ.
All right, y'all.
Good
Thank you,
night.
AJ.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks, AJ.
Okay.
Later, dogs.
Later,
I'm gonna
guys.
hang out. I'm just gonna hang out here.
You're just gonna hang out? Are you still on
Yeah.
stream?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you want to do like a post game podcast episode?
Yeah. So how was that? How was that session in comparison to other sessions? Please go
So-
ahead.
So my thoughts, a little behind this current session is I've sort of had like a kind of a wild last 2 weeks between like work and then my grandfather passed away on Friday, and it just like I feel like I haven't really had the opportunity to like sit down and like flesh out how epic Candlekeep is. And it has taken us 2 years to get just to like through Baldur's Gate. Like I think it took when we were having more regular sessions, we got to Baldur's Gate in like 3 months maybe, right? Like we got there pretty fast, even though we did a lot of stuff on the way there. And then once we got to Baldur's Gate and then the world opened up, it took 1.5 years to like get through
To go 2 miles. Yeah.
like 3 encounters, right? Like we did the Dungeon of the Dead 3, like the bathhouse. We did the Low Lantern where what's his face was the mustachioed Blender.
I don't know.
I forget his name. And then we did the mansion, right? Which I really like the mansion encounter. Sneaking past the guards, and then like that really cool moment that Koth has where he's like, he in seeing the guy that he killed turn into a devil, like that guy basically held up a mirror to Koth and was like, listen, you basically like swore off your religion to like get vengeance, and like low-key the same thing. Like that's what I was, and you killed me for me being what you are now. And I thought that was cool. I didn't even like write that into the story. Like Koth sort of just like made that like as a feature of his character.
Yeah, I was wondering if you two like
We didn't
We're
collaborate at
talking
all.
offline.
We didn't
Wow.
collaborate at all. I was just like, I knew that this was his backstory, and then I was like, this fits into the whole devil thing, and it would be really cool to like point out the sort of the hypocrisy and like Koth's goals through like reconfronting this guy that he kills.
yeah.
So I thought that was like a really neat moment in that episode.
Well, you did pretty good. Like the session, not having much time to prepare for it. As most of the sessions have gone, like you do a pretty good job of improvising.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, to me, the most fun parts are like the stuff that isn't like real substance, like just dicking around and like being the Kenku waving the lantern around, like that. You don't plan that. You're just like, this character looks stupid, I'm gonna this is how I'm gonna portray them basically.
Well, and then Tommy gives you like on a platter, like, all right, I'm gonna try and learn the song.
Yeah, I was like,
that
okay,
he's-
that's what you want to do. Then this is
Like, all right, we're fucked now. Like, all right, cool. We skipped all the steps. Like you're like thinking about it. How am I gonna get all these guys humming this song? Well, we got a bard on our crew that will take care of it for you.
just it's
Yeah, I love
like
that.
instinctually is like, yeah, I'm gonna copy this song, and then yeah. So that was fun. It is hard, like trying to translate like these images that you have in your brain into like narratively doing it, especially since it's been like so many months since we last did it. I feel like when we were having regular sessions, it like I sort of got like a flow of like how to like narrate these things, but it does you definitely lose it if you don't do it for a while. You're just like, I don't know how to talk. I don't talk that much in life. I'm a recluse.
I bet, yeah. There's something to be said about practice.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm sure.
Do you have other like D&D groups, or is this your only one right now?
So at one time, I had 3, and then
Like you were DMing 3?
I was DMing 2. I was playing
Okay.
in 3, but now I just play in 1 regularly as a player. I like to DM. I do. It's really it's fun. Just because to me DMing feels sort of like it feels like improv, like in the sense, like I know that like also being a player is improv, but like I feel like you have you're like participating more in like the game than you would as a player. But being a player is pretty great in the current campaign that I'm doing. You just can't create like all the different stupid characters that you can as a player. Which is my favorite part, to be honest. I'm very curious how like both Chris and Tommy have their own campaigns now, and I'm very curious how like their NPC characters are, because I feel like they would be pretty hilarious also.
Yeah, they both do a pretty good job. I mean, I don't know about DMing, but they do a good job of like.
They're like really into their they're really into their characters. They do a good job of like staying faithful to well, I think pretty much everybody in our group is pretty faithful to. I mean, Schmoinkel's accent really solidifies his vibe. You know who I picture is what the fuck is his name from Crank? Jason Statham. Yes. Is that who
like
you're
a tiny
yeah,
Jason Statham?
That's exactly who I'm picturing. Is that who you're channeling?
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
that's perfect.
I loved like as soon as you said you pictured it, I was like, it's Jason Statham. He's gonna say Jason Statham. Yeah, it's a little bit of his character from Crank, and then a little bit of Transporter, and then what else is a little bit of Italian Job, and then
there you go.
a little bit of that other martial arts movie he's in. I think with Jet Li. Expendables, seen that?
Oh yeah, you could basically name any Jason Statham movie and it'd be like rogue appropriate.
Yeah,
I feel
they're all the same. He plays himself. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm playing a halfling version of myself.
That's pretty hilarious. So yeah, I mean, like I would love to keep the momentum going and like do these sessions more regularly. We could always just kick Aaron out of the group and then play every other week. But
is he? Do we think he's the problem? He's the
no.
Reason
I just like to give him shit because he's like he's the reason we've canceled the most.
Yeah. Well, I know about last session for sure. I'm looking at the dates availabilities for this month. He was actually available most of the latter half of the month, and then it's like Kenny, Chris, and Tommy that had the least, and me, I guess. But anyway, yeah, we can give him more shit too. I'll send out another scheduling thing, so we can try to get something on the calendar for September.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Any parting words?
No, I mean, that's always like a really, really fun time. Every session is so satisfying for a lot of reasons, like being able to hang out with you guys, and just like dicking around in a fantasy theater of the mind way is like, it's strange, but it's almost like if we were hanging out in person. It's like, I don't know, like to me it feels like we're role playing actually hanging out. And then sometimes, we kill things and they're adventures, but that is to me like one of the fun things about it is just like dicking around with your buddies,
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it. We should role play like playing some video games together sometime.
Play Rocket League.
Yeah.
You guys have been playing a lot of Halo lately, right?
They've been playing a lot of Halo. I've been like getting in occasionally. You have to play like 25 matches to get to start playing ranked matches. And so that's been a whole thing. I haven't been playing much video games lately at all. Aside from streaming, but yeah, you should play some Halo sometime too.
I'll get back to it. Like, I remember I played the most in December, and then I played enough to get to ranked, and then I don't know.
You stop playing.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens.
Yeah.
And then here we are, like 8 months later.
Right after a couple of D&D sessions.
literally 2.
Yeah.
Or 3. I guess 3. We did February, March, and now. So.
All right, bruh. I need to order some dinner.
Well, it was good
Catch you
playing with
later.
you, man. Later.
Thanks, dude. See ya.
Bye.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Let me switch this camera back on, see if that even works. Let's see. Will it work? Yeah! We did it. All right. But yeah, it doesn't matter. We're wrapping up for the night. I probably won't stream again tonight. If I did, it would be like Rocket League or something. Anyway, I need to order some food. So I will catch you later. Bye.